Welcome back to the Shane and Shelby Show.
Hi, I'm Shane, and this is my beautiful wife Shelby over here. How we doing, babe?
We're doing good because I just found out that Alani's only have 15 calories. I've been drinking these, well, basically every day and have only read a little bit of the nutrition facts. I'm not big on calorie counting, but I did read though. The other day I was talking to one of my friends about Dutch Bros. Love Dutch Bros. It's great. Heavenly, we get them way too often, these coffees, and I looked at the nutrition facts on the app for Dutch Bros, and that medium coffee that I had was over 400 calories.
I'm not surprised. That is a huge cup of milk, I feel like.
It's so tasty though. So tasty. And it's the sugar-free one. So I thought I was doing good. No, it's just no added sugar. It's actually not sugar-free. It's no added sugar. And I think that's where I went wrong. So
Do you think there's more in the swirly version than I get? The
a
blended?
100%.
No.
Yeah, your fruity little coffee drinks. He gets espresso milkshakes when we go coffee places. He gets blended everything like a 15-year-old girl.
They're delicious. I stay by it. Once you try it, you're going back to them.
This summer, are you gonna have like little umbrella drinks
I
too?
might.
Your little fruity,
I'll
girly
do it.
drinks? And I'll be
I
having
will
Dos
do it.
Equis?
Yeah.
That's what we did, remember our honeymoon?
Mm-hmm.
I had Dos Equis because I don't really drink and I hate cocktails, and so we were at an all-inclusive, and he had all of the, like, drink of the day with the little umbrellas and everything, and I was just sitting there drinking Dos Equis.
Half of those, they're like, "Do you want one of these?" Sure. Come out looking like the girliest drinks I have ever seen, but they were delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I
no
need a picture on that menu.
Okay, so yay for Alani, because I thought I was doing bad by drinking Alani's, which I don't know that 200 milligrams of caffeine in one little can is good for you, and God knows what else is in here. But I think maybe it's better than the coffees. I was thinking my coffee was better than drinking an Alani. Maybe not.
Probably the ones that you drink, but not normal, just regular coffee. I think that's healthy.
Yeah, like black coffee is
Yeah,
healthy. Yeah, who can drink that? That's crap.
I've tried. It's
No.
awful.
All right, so this week has been a fun week because I'm now a stay-at-home mom. And so I'm just doing all the stay-at-home mom things like laundry. Who knew that was actually fun? I think it's only fun if you haven't done it in 3 years. And I'm sure the novelty like wears off, right?
I guarantee it will, but also we've only lost one article of clothing so far, so that's good.
Well, it wasn't lost. I misplaced it. I
Mm.
mean, those Nike Pro shorts of Audrey's look very similar to Benji's underwear. Like,
Valid.
valid. Yeah, so I mean, some socks are probably mixed up. I have no clue where anything goes because again, it's been 3 years and I don't think any other mom can relate to this because most moms don't have stay-at-home dad husbands. So, I'm sorry guys that I was unrelatable for so long, but I got you now. I got it. I got it. I'm figuring it out. I think I'm doing a better job at laundry. Did you know the little plastic cup? I don't think you knew this because it was never used. The plastic cup on the laundry detergent goes in the washing machine. Did you know that?
In the washing machine?
Yes.
You
It,
wash the clothes with that cup?
yes.
No.
Yes, it says it on the cup.
Why would you do that?
Well, because then it rinses out the cup and then you don't have this like sticky gross cup that's sitting in the laundry room.
There's a pull-out thing where you put the detergent in.
No, 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 no. So the detergent in the big containers, like the one that we have, has a
Uh,
little spout.
yeah,
And so you do the spout into the plastic cup to
right.
measure it accurately.
Uh-huh.
And then you pour the stuff into the little pull-out drawer.
Mhm.
And then you just throw the cup, the plastic cup, in the laundry. And then it washes it and it's clean each time. That's what you're supposed to do
I don't understand. Why use the cup at all, though?
to
Just
measure
pour
it.
it in the. No, you just eyeball it.
See, this is why the clothes are getting cleaner and done better. When Shane was doing the laundry, they all came out with this like white stuff, like probably soap, leftover soap from his too much laundry detergent. White stuff all over like my leggings. And it was honestly like they were getting dirtier by getting washed.
Mm.
And I don't think that's happened since I started doing the laundry.
I don't know. I don't wear those leggings.
So I've been doing laundry. We had Easter and I did not get an Easter basket.
I didn't either. Where's my Easter basket? before you try to
Apparently
attack me.
apparently other couples do this. I got messages about it because I bought myself a couple of things for Easter. I was like, well, if I'm not getting an Easter basket from my mom anymore because I'm 31 and she stopped doing those, like,
Mm,
mom, why did you stop? I think other people's spouses do Easter baskets.
mm,
And we've never done that. And you're so good at gift giving. Why did you not think of giving me an Easter basket?
I don't know. But also, where's mine?
You said that men don't expect gifts.
We don't, but a little consideration would be nice.
I think your Easter basket is the shoes that you ordered for yourself after I told him he didn't need those shoes and they weren't even good shoes. And then they showed up at the freaking door. And this is like an every other week thing. This man buys more shoes than any other man.
This specific occasion, I was completely distraught. Okay. I didn't get an Easter basket, and I watched all these other husbands apparently
God.
get Easter baskets, and I could not find mine. I even asked, you said I don't get one.
This is
So, little retail therapy. Okay.
okay. So I bought myself a weighted vest and a new brewmate.
Mm hmm.
Yes, I did.
Mm hmm. That was before I got myself shoes. So,
No, it wasn't.
I was even more distraught than
You
I
had
went on.
already ordered the shoes. They just hadn't come in.
No, that's not true.
That is true. But I did get a little weighted vest. I worn it for 1 hour, but my back is so screwed up, and I don't think it's from the vest. I think it's from the pickleball,
Mm,
which is what we did on Easter and, well, every other day this week.
yeah.
So this Easter, we decided so we go to church on Easter or Easter weekend. Last year we went on a Saturday as well. This year we went on Saturday midday. And we did so good. We got our family photos out of the way. We went to, like, a little spot in our neighborhood that had, like, pretty green trees and took our family photo, and nobody cried. It's great. And then we went and ate, we went to church, and had a super chill day, and then on Sunday morning, the kids woke up, had their Easter baskets. It rained quite a bit, but then we did an Easter egg hunt in the backyard. Shane's hiding, though, was not very good.
What are you talking about?
You put some, like, straight out in the open.
We had 50 and there's nothing in our backyard.
That's not true. My hiding places were good. We did so oh, pro tip. I figured this out this Easter that so our kids are super competitive, but also love to cry when one, gets more than the other. And they're 4 years apart. So Audrey has like the advantage, kind of. She did find hers quicker, but she has the advantage on Easter egg hunting. And I knew that Benji was going to lose his mind if we just let him free for all. You pick up what you find. And so we got the packs. If you saw our vlog, we got the packs of Easter eggs that are all so we got 4 packs, and so they each had, like, separate colors, and so we were doing some with money in them, and I knew that was gonna be, like, a big problem if Audrey found all the money and Benji didn't. So I decided for all the Easter eggs to separate them. So Benji got light blue, dark blue, and green, and Audrey got the other 3 colors. And so they just went out with their baskets and had to find their individual colors and weren't able to help each other. And so that was the fun part too, because Audrey would be like, Benji, are you blind? And Benji would be like, Audrey, are you blind? I see all of yours. And so it made it a lot more fun, and we had no meltdowns.
No, that was the first time that it's been good.
Yeah, yeah, I'm so proud of myself for coming up with that idea because I dread things like that. Like when our kids go out and play basketball together, oh my gosh, it's always going to end in a fight. They're so competitive with each other. Well, in general, honestly, they're just really,
Everything.
yeah, really competitive. So then what else did we do on Easter? I decided that we should pressure wash the backyard. We had tiles put in like these white pavers last year and turf in our backyard. Looks beautiful. Except for there was this huge dust storm like a month or so ago in Texas and our white pavers were no longer white. They were orange and brown and they looked awful and I'd been wanting to pressure wash them and I thought that I could do it. I love watching those pressure washing TikTok videos. They're,
Mm,
like, so satisfying to watch it get clean, and I was like, "Oh, I wanna do that." how many tiles did I do? I think I did
Mm.
4 tiles at the start, and then it was like, this isn't so fun anymore. I'm tired. It's your turn." And then I think I did, like, 2 more tiles after that. And there's a lot of tiles.
Probably 40.
Yeah. So, I think there's probably more than 40, but it was a lot. And so Shane was stuck pressure washing the whole backyard.
Yeah.
But we had a fun family day. We had outdoor time. We had the slip and slide going. I did order a pool. It's not here yet. Well, it is here yet. I just haven't put it outside. But one of those pools where the dog can get in it. It's kind of like a blow up, but it's a hard one
Mm.
from Amazon. So I'll have to let y'all know if it's good and how our dog does with it. She's never been in a pool.
Yeah.
I think she would like it. She loved the slip and slide.
She did love the slip and slide, and anytime I turn the sprinkler on, she goes absolutely nuts. So I think she's gonna like it. I don't know if she can swim though, but it's probably not
It's
deep
not.
enough.
Yeah, I don't think she has to like actually swim. She'll just like wade in it.
Do dogs just know how to swim?
I don't know.
Should I teach her?
Well, no, because you don't know how to swim.
Well, I know how to doggy paddle.
Okay. What are you gonna do? Just like jump in the lake and be like, "Hey, Nala, look."
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to see that. If this happens, guys, I will record it for you.
Somebody's got to teach her.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen those dogs at the little dog pond,
Mm.
just like jump in and swim, but I think they're like labs, and
Yeah.
those dogs are bred to swim.
Yeah.
I don't think our mountain dog is bred to swim.
No.
She's bred to bite people's ankles
She's
and
gonna
hurt them.
sink with all that fur.
She's pretty heavy. So that's what we did for Easter, and then more pickleball and more pickleball and more pickleball. And now I think I'm injured. My wrists hurt. My low back hurts. I haven't done my workout in a couple of days, but we've been playing pickleball for like legit an hour. And Shane has said, that pickleball is not a real sport.
Yeah.
Some people got a little bit mad about that on the last episode. They told us in the comments. Shane's probably still going to say it's not a sport, but my back and my wrist feel like it is.
It's still not a sport.
Okay.
Just because you're sore and get injuries from it doesn't make it a sport.
Okay.
So that would be my counter to that. Is there's a lot of random shit out there that you can injure yourself doing. Doesn't make it a sport. Spike ball. Do you know what that is? Where you get the ball and you throw it off the little trampoline thing?
Yeah.
Not a sport.
Okay. What about cornhole though? Because it's on TV as a sport.
It's a competitive kind of thing, but not really a sport.
So it's a game,
It's a game.
a competitive game.
Yeah.
So pickleball is a competitive game.
It's essentially Monopoly. Would you call Monopoly a sport?
How did you get
Or sorry. It's like a board game. It's a board game. You're just standing in the board, beside the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
Dart.
Oh, I really like darts.
Yeah. Not a sport though.
Not a sport.
No.
It's a game.
If it's on ESPN, the Ocho, where they have just random shit that people are competing on, not a sport.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to share a fun little thing that my brain likes to do. And it is I decided to be a stay-at-home mom, right? And so immediately, and I've done this so many times. Immediately I was like, "Oh, I need to take my nails off. No more nails. I need to go back to my natural hair color so I can start box dyeing it. And I need to stop getting Botox and cancel every streaming service that we own."
Mm.
And that's on growing up, with us being poor. And that's what we've done so many times
Yeah.
is like when I would quit jobs, because I've quit so many. And when I would quit them, then I'd be like, "Oh, gotta save money. Gotta save money right now. Cut out every unnecessary expense." But yet I'm still going to get coffees. Makes no sense. But I decided, oh, well, I need to live in this more like natural era, like go back to just me. Except for the fact, and I was like, okay, Botox, maybe it's making my face look weird. It's bad. It's a neurotoxin, whatever. Like, it can't be healthy for you. I'm not a crunchy mom by any means, but I'm trying to be crunchier, I think. You know, I'm going to functional medicine. I'm getting,
Mm.
I'm trying to like look at stuff, but I'm not like off the deep end crunchy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going back to my making our own Cheez-Its anymore, just like a
Mm.
little bit. So I was like, okay, I'll stop getting my Botox done. And I was pretty firmly set on that. And then I saw our Easter picture back and I was like, mm, this is what happens when I don't have Botox. But I did get carded at the liquor store.
Mm. Yeah.
So I don't know. Do I need it?
Couple of kids in there getting some narcotics.
Do you think I need Botox?
No.
You see these wrinkles?
So what, I mean, sure. But what terrified me when you just said natural was that you're going to stop like shaving armpits and stuff, because that is terrifying.
Oh, no, 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 no. We're
Okay.
not going that route. We're just going like natural hair color, except for it'll never be natural because it's gray. And so we've still got to color it, but not like so I've been getting highlights and
Mm.
I was thinking about going like brighter, maybe getting towards blonde. Well, if I don't have a job, I probably shouldn't be getting highlights and spending unnecessary money on my hair when I look fine with dark hair.
Agreed.
Right? And it's also terrible for my hair to bleach it. And so I was like, well, I'll just go in reverse and then I can do that little root touch up thing that's like $12 at Walmart
Mm.
instead of going because I have to go every 4 weeks.
I haven't checked the calendar, but I think you're due for one of those like complete changes of your hair.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do it twice a year. And I think we're at the, Q1.
So we go back to black box dye.
No, that's in the fall. You'll do that in the fall. Right now is when you go lighter, trying to somehow make it blonde in the next like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I typically do that. But now that I am not working,
Mm.
even though so the what's funny is we have saved up money because I have been working for a long time, so this is not one of my I quit some job that really didn't make us any money anyway type of things. This was I really did work hard and I saved up money, and so do I actually need to box color my hair? No, I don't. But that's what my mind goes to. I'm like, "Okay, let's cut out all expenses except for expensive coffee."
I, after watching you freak out every time we're on, was it Peacock, and a damn commercial comes on, you are so mad that there's no way that we could cut all the streaming services. You won't even watch commercials.
I really do hate commercials, and he bought the cheap plan from Peacock, so I have to watch 90-second commercials when he could've spent an extra $5. Like,
We
$5.
are frugal now.
I really don't like being frugal, though. I'm frugal about some things, and then they get inconvenient, and then I'm like, "No, thank you. I don't wanna be frugal anymore. I'll go get a job."
Yeah.
Oh, we also told the kids this backfired.
Mm.
This really did backfire. We were at dinner the other night, which, we're still going out to restaurants, but yet I'm thinking about box coloring my hair. But we were at dinner the other night and I decided to tell the kids. I hadn't told the kids that decided to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was like thinking they were going to be excited for me. Wrong. Wrong. I don't know why the hell I thought they'd be excited for me, especially not our preteen daughter. So I was like, "Hey guys, like I decided to be a stay-at-home mom." And Audrey is like, What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "I quit my job." And she was like, "Why did you do that? Get it back." And I was like, "What? I wanted to like spend more time with you guys. Like, haven't you noticed I've been more present?" No. Well, that's rude because I have. And so I was like, why are you not excited about this? And she basically said she'd rather be rich than have a present mother. And that's on preteen girls. Like, Benji kind of just goes with the flow. He didn't really understand it, nor did he care.
Mm.
He was like, "Oh, hey, mom talks to me more." Um, that's cool. He really likes to cuddle. But Audrey's like, "Yeah, go back to work."
Yeah, I wasn't surprised because every conversation we have with her is not pleasant. So I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting anything different, but it was kind of funny to hear that from her.
It did make me spiral, like, I think I put too much weight into what she said, because then I was like, "Oh, no, should I just go to back to work? Like, am I too are they too old for me to be a stay-at-home mom?"
Mhm.
Because I think to them, they've never really understood what I do, and so to them, well, I'm at home. So, they know I'm working, they know I'm on my phone, they can see that, but I don't think they really think that I'll do anything different being at home not working. Maybe they think I'm just gonna be lazy. I don't really know. They should be excited though because they haven't had to clean their own rooms or do any chores because I've been doing them all for them, which is probably not good
Yeah.
teaching them. But I was trying to, like, be nice, you know? Went up to Benji's room, it was a hot mess. I typically would be like, "Benji, dude, what's going on? Like, you need to stop playing and go clean that up." Instead, I was like, "Well, I don't have anything to do. I'm trying to get my steps in. I'll just clean his room for him." Probably
Update on our chore chart. We're doing the chores again.
yeah, short chart didn't go well.
No. Which the kids also have, I don't think they have a clue like what I do either. And even when I was working like corporate life, I don't know that they noticed. They're
I think they
just,
did.
I mean, sort of like I was on calls, but other than that, I don't think they ever noticed because I was still like playing football upstairs with him like while I was working. So I don't think they understand how jobs work just in general.
Not work from home jobs. I think they get the, like, parents go to work from 8 to 5. Not that we've done that in a long time,
Yeah.
but I think they see that as a job and not what we do or have done remote work as a job, so they don't really get it.
Yeah.
But, you know, today's world of working is weird.
We also can't base any decisions on these kids. And the main reason I say that is what, 2 years ago, I got a Jeep truck and I was like fully in this Jeep truck. Like, this is going to be awesome. And it was kind of cool, except for driving that thing was a pain in the ass because they don't tell you that. It's just like a big brick going down the road. But now, after I have sold the Jeep truck, Benji really likes Jeep trucks and has told me on multiple occasions that I should get one and just doesn't even realize that I just had one like last year. What do I
Wow.
do with that information?
He is weird about cars, though, and Audrey thinks that a Bronco Sport is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can't really listen
I
to
did a
their
bad job there, huh?
yeah, as a car guy, you should really do better with your kids.
They know what a Porsche is.
They do. Okay, this one, so during Easter or on Easter, we were outside in the sun. We have one child that took after me and is very pale, and we have one child that took after Shane and starts off pale but then gets really tan. And that child is Benji. So we sprayed Audrey with sunscreen because if she's out in the sun for like 5 minutes, she is burnt. And Benji, he has been getting so tan, his arms and stuff, but he doesn't go shirtless. And I didn't think through that. And so he had his shirt off doing the slip and slide and all sorts of stuff. I didn't think, oh, we need to spray him with sunscreen. I'm not a huge proponent of sunscreen, honestly. I don't really like it, but I do think it's necessary if you're spending like a lot of time out there and you're someone that's fair. So we didn't spray him, didn't think anything of it. He didn't even look like he was getting red. Like he looked normal.
Mm.
And then Easter Sunday night, I was putting him to bed and he goes, "Mom, I think I have a trampoline burn on my neck." And I was like, "A trampoline burn?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess I fell on the trampoline. It kind of hurts." But he didn't like make a big deal of it.
Mm.
So I didn't like look at it or anything because he just like touched it and went to sleep. The next morning or the next day, I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, he took his shirt off. The child is scorched." Like one of the worst sunburns I've
It's
seen.
purple.
And I felt so freaking bad and so guilty for it, and that sweet baby, he blamed himself. He said, "Mom, that's on me. I'm so sorry. I should have remembered to put on sunscreen." I was like, "Dude, you are 7. Like, no, that's on me. That's a bad parenting like, parent fail. Like, we're so good at parenting fails." And I was like, "No, buddy, like, that's we totally should have sprayed you with sunscreen. I just, like, thought you would tan." And so we had to get him or we put the aloe vera gel, like, from the store, the aloe vera green gel on him. He hated it, screamed, which that's him. He won't even put Vaseline on or lotion. He hates anything on him. And so that was the first night of his sunscreen. Last night, well, we went to the grocery store yesterday, and I saw one of those big aloe vera plants and I grew up going to, like, Northeast Arkansas and staying with my grandpa, and he had, like, a lot of plants and stuff outside, and so every time I would sunburn because I was the fair child, he would put this aloe vera plant on me, and so I knew that that's better for them, so I buy this aloe vera plant, I show it to Benji, he's not excited about this. he takes his shower yesterday and he screams even, like, patting dry with the towel because his sunburn hurts, and so I tried to put this aloe vera on him, and he did not like it at all. And he said the green gel was better than the actual aloe vera plant, which maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe the actual aloe vera works better, so it's hurting more. I don't know. It wasn't my body, but he was screaming, and I immediately went from, like, being in a good headspace to being in a bad headspace. Like, it flipped so fast to where I almost, like, felt I couldn't feel his pain, but I felt like the sadness and the weight of him being in pain, like, took over me, and I was kinda like that for the rest of the night. Like, it completely shifted my mood, and it made me think about, like, when we had everything going on with Audrey before we made our move to this house. We had made a move, things went really bad at that move. Audrey was bullied every single day. It was a terrible time, and I felt that so deeply, and, like, it tanked my mental health. It tanked everything
Mm.
because I, like, felt her emotions, and I think that's a mom thing because I didn't notice. Like, I mean, maybe you had a shift, I would didn't see it, but I don't feel like dads do that.
No, I think we go to like problem solving instead of like the try to feel it with them kind of thing. So I was trying to, I guess, help the situation instead of getting with the level that he was on. I will say that aloe plant is pretty terrifying looking. I can't imagine that he would have just been like okay with it. It looks like you're just like getting a cactus, just gonna rub it on him.
I mean, yeah, I had peeled it and I felt like it looked good. It was almost looked like a block of ice,
Mm.
just like rubbing it as ice, but he hated it. But it was more so just, I don't know, I felt like so much sadness and pain for him. And the fact that it was my fault, like I felt so guilty that he's like going through this pain because I forgot to put sunscreen on him. And I think moms like go to that place. I guess it is true that dads go to like problem solve mode and you try to distract him with like the sports game and, like, who's gonna win this game, and I'm over here just, like, full depression because 'cause I've hurt my child, you know?
Yeah, he wasn't interested in the game.
No. And then he sat and cuddled, and he even told Audrey, like, "That plant wasn't that bad because she somehow that child still got sunburned too, and she had sunscreen on, she just burned so fast, but, um, he got over it, but I didn't. And I held on to it, and I couldn't release it. Um All right. Moving on, since we're talking about parenting, we've had some requests for talking more about parenting and marriage. So we have some controversial parenting topics that we're going to get into. So let's start. Your kids don't need to be in a million extracurricular activities. Agree?
Agreed.
I cannot stand it when I hear someone talking about their kid being in like 3 different sports and lessons and having multiple children in multiple things, like your entire life revolving around your kid's sports. To me is a recipe for disaster for multiple reasons.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna mess up your marriage. I think it might mess up your kid. Well, actually, I know it's gonna mess up your kid in the long run because they need sleep, food, to be at home. Like, I think sports are great. We love sports. Our kids are in one sport each plus lessons
Mhm.
once a week.
Yep.
And even that's a lot. And I just can't even imagine like the kids that are in 3 sports and never being home. Like that can't be good for them, right?
Right, yeah. I think it's definitely taking away from family time. I don't see how you can like feel like you're close as a family when you're just driving kids here to the next one to the next one and like some of the like one of the parent is missing games, practices, stuff like that if they're having stuff on the same day, which is pretty inevitable. So we're firmly against it.
Yeah, that's my problem too, is I never wanna miss the kids' games. Like, the practices are one thing, but games, I don't wanna miss their games, and if they have 3 per weekend per kid, like, you're gonna be missing them. There's no way not to, and so our kids have been playing sports for years and years, and I don't know that I've ever missed a game.
Mm,
This weekend, because we're traveling, will be the first game
yeah,
that I think I've ever missed.
same.
And that's even hard for me. I'm like, "Oh, I would honestly rather him not play," but I can't, he wants to play, but I can't do it. And that's why I'm like, "Oh, I couldn't have a bunch of kids in a bunch of sports
Mhm.
because just the 2 with their sports is too much."
Yeah, and the kid can't focus on which one they actually like too if they're in 3 of them at the same time.
No, they can't, and they're getting home. I feel like sports nowadays, like Audrey's volleyball practices for last season, this season's different, but last season, her volleyball practices started at 8 p.m. for a 10-year-old. Started at 8 and they were 20 minutes away.
Mm,
And so she
and the
wasn't getting.
games are at 7 this season.
Yeah, games are at 7 on weekdays. And so we're getting home, dinner, bath, shower, whatever, and they're not going to bed until late. And then you can't tell me that's good for them to have to then wake up the next morning and go take standardized tests or whatever after having to play this game so late. And then you add in more of them. Like I know some kids who are younger than Audrey having games all the way until like 10 p.m.
Mm.
That's wild.
How do you feel about tournaments on the weekend where kids are playing 4 games in a weekend?
I just think that that's not good for their health.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna I know kids bounce back quicker, but I feel like that's just asking for injury and them to be constantly tired, never getting to play with their friends.
Mm.
I wouldn't wanna sit there for 4 games straight, and I couldn't expect my kid to give full energy by that 4th game, by that 3rd game, you know?
2nd game. Yeah.
Yeah, like, even with breaks in between, like, they're not gonna be playing their best, why put them out there? Alright. Oh, this is good. I already know your opinion on this. It's okay not to like your kids sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they're asking for it too, so
Yeah, so my mom got a little, I think offended by Shane calling our kids assholes sometimes, but, sometimes they are.
they are.
And sometimes that's on the parents, so that gentle parenting crap, you're raising bad kids. Sorry. That's a hot topic, but you're probably I'm not saying 100% of the time, but like 99, raising terrible kids. We've got a lot of terrible kids running around right now, and we're doing our best not to raise terrible kids, but, kids will be kids, and sometimes they're not very friendly.
True.
A lot of times.
Preach.
Right now, they're not very friendly, and so sometimes I don't like them.
Yeah. I mean, our daughter's 11 and she's just not the friendliest. Like every conversation we have with her is not a pleasant one.
Yeah,
Yeah. And what are we supposed to do with that? Mm.
yeah.
Redirect. I got her watching NBA games, so finding some positives there.
We're trying our best. We are young parents, and so I know a lot of people will have different well, everyone has their own parenting takes, but I feel like young parents do things a little differently. The older parents, I don't know if they're like more calm, but they're more lax, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Especially by that like 3rd kid.
Yeah.
They're they're done. And so we're not super lax, but we're really trying not to raise terrible children.
No, I'd say we're pretty strict.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't let anything fly.
No. They don't like that though.
We don't like that.
All right. This one, very controversial. Being a mom is not your entire identity. And you don't really have much to say on that one.
I don't.
Exactly. I don't feel like dads have that. So moms have that where it's like
Mhm.
once you have a kid, that becomes your entire life. And yes, you just had a kid. That's huge. I'm not saying it's not. Dads just keep being the same for the most part. Your whole body didn't change. You didn't birth out a human. Like you
It's not the first line in our Instagram bio for sure.
right. But for moms, it is. And so like when I had Audrey, I fully lost myself. I had no clue who I was. I turned 20 and had Well, I had Audrey at 19, then I turned 20, and I didn't even know like, when I turned 21, I didn't even know how to be 21. Like, I was a mom first, and I don't think that it's bad to say that you're a mom and to be so proud of being a mom. It's great, but you're also a human
Mm,
first, and you have needs first, and your relationship needs to come first. So, I think in the lineup, it should be wife then mom instead of mom then wife. That's my hot take on that, but
makes
I do
sense.
think that being a mom is a great joy, but it doesn't have to be your entire personality, like, you like things too.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure for moms too on like outward appearance on like people like she doing a good job.
Yeah,
Like and worried about that and how it looks to others.
yeah, and I think a lot of moms feel guilty if you're not, like, obsessed with your child because there's all of this I think it's more social media bullcrap than anything else, but these moms that look like they have it all together and look like they are so obsessed with their child and their entire life revolves around this child, like, it's okay for that not to be you. It's okay to fully love your child and be there and support them, but also be a good friend, a good wife, like, have hobbies of your own. I'm not good at hobbies in general because I've focused so much on work, not so much the kids, but I put, like, work first, and that's not supposed to be first either. Like, I got my priorities messed up too, don't you worry. We are not perfect over here, but I don't think that moms should be like, "This is my only title," because it's not. Alright, another hot topic for parenting, sleepovers. What are your thoughts about sleepovers?
They are awful for girls, especially at our daughter's age. We haven't had a good one, I feel like. And I think they're probably fine for the boys. They're just going to be like super chaotic, which he hasn't had one. So, not really an experience there, but I feel like it's just going to go better.
So he's had one, actually, one sleepover here.
Oh, yeah.
It went terribly wrong.
Yeah, it did go terrible.
Terribly wrong. He had an expectation of sleepovers, I think, in his head where you, like, don't sleep.
Mm.
And the other child that was here had the expectation of sleeping. And I think you gotta be on the same page there.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with sleepovers at our house
Mm.
if and only if the child is good at sleepovers. Because we have had some terrible keep you up all hours of the night sleepovers. I've had one where I was calling the mom nonstop at like 1 a.m. She's not answering her phone. This child was crying, bawling, pacing. I did everything in my power to help this child and couldn't do it. And it ruined the birthday party, right? Like, so I'm cool with sleepovers if your kid knows how to sleep somewhere else, or if it's like a stay late type of thing, and you know your kid's gonna do bad, just come and get them, please.
Mm.
And they can come hang out, do the sleepover type things, like do our little eye masks, and then go home. Um, but as far as sleepovers at other people's houses, I'm not a big fan of them. I grew up doing sleepovers and I loved them as a kid, and so I don't want our kids to not experience them because I do think that that's part of like growing up and having a good childhood. But there's so many dangers to them now that I am super cautious, I would say.
Mm.
Audrey has one friend that we allow sleepovers. And we've had sleepovers before at other people's houses and had to say, we're not going to do that again because I don't trust what's going on in your home. So we have to like fully know the parents, trust the parents, know the other children in the house, know who's going to be there, like lots of things. But yeah, we have one family.
Yeah, Audrey gets mad when we basically tell her no to stuff that she works on with a friend at school on like a play date or stuff like this because we just like don't know the parents. And I think that's rare based on her reaction that we're saying no because like we don't know these people. I guess other parents are okay with it. I don't know. But she's alarmed that we don't know the parents, so you're not just gonna go like hang out with them and ride around with them and then go to Dave and Buster's or sleep over with these random parents, you know?
Yeah, which there's a whole bunch of kids who just I think we touched on this before, just run wild in our area, and Audrey doesn't understand why she can't just run wild. Like, they have all these electric scooters. Freaking it's an epidemic, the electric scooters, I hate them. They're way too fast and way too dangerous to be giving your children, young children, these electric scooters and just letting them free in the neighborhood as if it was 30 years ago when the world was great. And it's not. And so it's so dangerous, and Audrey just doesn't understand why she can't just ride around. But there's a neighborhood page where it's like, "Such and such neighborhood, come get your kid."
Mhm.
And it's because parents aren't watching their kids, and their kids are running amok and getting into all sorts of trouble, and I just don't want that to be my kid, I'm sorry. I don't want to get a Facebook message that my kid got hit because she was riding her electric scooter across a crosswalk and a car didn't pay attention, but that's what's happening
Yeah, daily.
daily. I'm like, "Watch your freaking kids, they're 12 or younger." But that's on parenting. All right, moving on to marriage topics. How you feel about marriage topics?
I'm doing great, so hit me.
All right. Should you, as a married couple, have a joint bank account or separate bank accounts?
Joint.
Why?
If you're not hiding anything, then there shouldn't be a reason.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We have joint bank accounts. I don't have any separate bank accounts. I know some people who were kind of like iffy on it
Mhm.
will do like a joint one just for bills and then keep separate money. I think that if you don't have enough faith in whoever you're marrying to share a bank account with them, then you shouldn't be marrying them,
Agreed, 100%.
right? Like, what are you doing? If you don't trust them with money, why? Why are we getting married? You shouldn't.
Yep.
Um, unless you have a prenup. And then I guess it's fine, but
Mhm.
really, why are you marrying them? Um, but I think that for us, it always just made sense. We were both
We didn't have any money
Yeah, we
to
were
start
both
with.
broke, and even though I didn't really know you, I trusted him.
Mhm.
You know, we were 19 and 21 and got a joint bank account before we were ever married
Yeah.
because we had a baby and we lived together and paying bills made sense that way.
Needed a place for those $4.
But whatever money came in for me or came in for you went to that joint bank account and it's what paid the bills. And it didn't matter if you were making more or I was making more. And I know don't some people have separate bank accounts and they split it by the like ratio. So like if the husband is making, 80,000 and the wife is making 20,000 and they have separate bank accounts and their mortgage is this amount, then he should pay 80% of the mortgage and she should pay 20. Like just put it all together really doesn't matter. I don't think it does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been in completely different roles where you made all the money, it was still our money. I made all the money, it was still our money. And I think that you should ask. So the accounts we have a debit card, you could just swipe it and either one of us could pull money from it.
Mhm.
But I think that you probably should ask if you're making big purchases,
Yeah.
like check with your spouse, but past that, my money is your money.
Yeah, I would never buy anything that you don't give me the okay on as well.
Yeah, just shoes.
Not even shoes. I ask you every time,
Mm. Yeah,
especially for my Easter basket.
I ask you every time for cars too.
Yeah.
I did buy a car one time. After he was like, "No."
And was it a good choice?
No, it wasn't.
Terrible choice.
Yeah,
You're
so you
welcome.
should always talk to your spouse. All right, let's see. Oh, is it okay to keep secrets of any kind in a marriage?
I mean, probably not.
Are there any times when you could say a secret was good?
Good, no.
Okay, I agree. But there is this thing in the South, and women, I think it's because they're marrying wrong. Women in the South have something called rat hole money.
Mm, yeah.
And so they keep that money a secret.
Uh-huh.
It's cash that they stash away from their husband, probably because they have a joint bank account and don't like their husband.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, and so they have this rat hole money. Is that an okay secret to have?
Probably only because if they're doing that, I assume the husband's doing the same thing.
I assume that he's not doing the same thing, he's doing something worse.
Mm,
In the rat hole money instance, I feel like it's them trying to save up money to get away from a toxic
mm,
relationship, and then secrets are probably necessary because your relationship ain't working anyway.
yeah. Or if there's like a fight on money in general, then you need that to have a little flexibility.
Yeah, so I think a toxic relationship is the only and when trying to get out of it, is the only reason to be, like, holding away money. So I do think we do keep secrets. The only time that we keep secrets is around gift giving,
Yeah.
and I think that's completely normal because I love surprises and I don't want my surprises ruined. So we'll turn off like Shane has full access to all of my emails because I'm really bad at emails. And so we'll turn that off and like keep secrets on what we're spending for Christmas, but like past that, no. Don't do it. All right. Oh, should you share, like, over the top a lot about your spouse or your relationship on social media?
Of course.
What?
To show people I love you so much. No, definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
Definitely brings up concerns. If I see someone nonstop about their spouse, I have a good feeling it's probably about to blow up.
Yeah, it seems to be like especially the women who are constantly sharing on Instagram, like, pictures of their
Mm.
spouse or their man or whatever, and it's just over the top, like, "I love you so much." Yeah, are you trying to convince me, or are you trying to convince you? Because I think it might be a little bit of both,
Mm.
and I don't think that relationship's gonna end well. I think it's the couples who, like, typically never post about each other that are solid because they
Like
don't
us.
yeah, they don't have to, like, display it, which we're kind of together on socials, so that's a little bit different,
Yeah.
but I never really felt the need to, I don't know, publicly display, like,
Mm.
"Look how awesome my husband is," because he was being awesome at home.
Damn right I was. I think the same thing for men, but kind of different. I feel like if men are posting about their girl a ton, it's because they're not like confident that maybe she's faithful. And so
Ooh.
here's pictures of me with her. So stay off, like go somewhere else. She's taken. I think that's probably the main reason for men.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of men don't share on social media as much as women just in general. Like, I feel like men just don't do social media much, but yeah, I think it would be weird to see a man
Hmm.
being like his whole page is his girl.
She's in a relationship. Look at this picture.
I like it, good take. Alright. Does marriage kill romance?
No,
No? Why?
it can for sure. I feel like then you get kind of comfortable after marriage. It's like the dating stage is over.
I don't feel like it's marriage as much as in terms of this, like, if it were to do it, I think it is living with someone. I feel like whenever you start living with someone, there is the chance
Mm.
that it turns into, like, roommates
Yeah.
instead of a romantic partner. Especially after kids. So I don't even think that it's like the marriage specifically. I think it's when you start living with someone, getting a little too comfortable, you have kids, they've watched you have a baby, like having that like romantic spark kind of can dwindle at times, but I think you have to know how to get out of that
Mhm.
lull. So, like, we've had stages where it's, like, felt like we were roommates when we had 2 children and they were screaming and crying all the time. Like, yeah, that's hard, but I don't think that it's marriage in general kills no,
Mm.
you gotta put in some work.
Yeah. Helps if your roommate's hot. What's up, man?
Yes. Shane today, I'm gonna just go ahead and bust you out.
Do it.
Shane today, I wasn't even paying attention because I was trying to prepare for this podcast. He walks in the kitchen, had no clue, puts on an apron, which I think is just funny in general. I thought he was just putting on an apron to protect his clothing because he keeps getting oil stains on it and I keep having to wash them. So he's wearing this apron and then all of a sudden I notice, well, he tells me that there's nothing on under it. And so he's been cooking my eggs in the kitchen with just an apron.
Mhm.
And that's apparently how you keep romance alive after 12 years.
Damn right. No shame in this game.
Oh my God. Okay. I have a couple of hot topics that are not parenting or marriage, just like in general.
Mm,
Okay.
hit me.
Influencers should not share about politics.
You are very intelligent.
Where are you going with this?
I don't feel like most influencers are, and I don't care what their political views are or views on anything other than, what I followed them for the most part.
I agree. I've had a lot of people, actually, a lot of people that are my followers message me during controversial world events and asked me to share about my political stance on whatever the topic was. And I straight up said no. And they got mad about it. And well, they can leave because I personally don't think that I should be sharing about politics on a fashion page, even if I had an opinion.
Mhm.
And sometimes I don't even have informed enough opinion to share. But even if I did, I don't think that that's what people are there for. And I've seen people who I actually liked. I was following them for fashion or whatever the case, and they share their political opinion and it is opposite of mine and they go off on a tangent about it. I don't really want to follow you anymore. I liked you for what I was there for,
Mhm.
not for your political stance. And if we disagree and you are so like bold about it, then I don't want to be there. So I feel like that's a great way to lose followers.
Mm.
I guess you'll pick up some maybe on
Mm.
the side in which you're sharing for.
Probably not.
It seems like a big risk and it doesn't seem worth it. And I don't feel like we should be talking about it.
No. There's too many public opinions out there in general. Like, keep yours to yourself.
Yeah. I've had people say, like, well, you have a platform, you need to use it for this. That's not what my platform's about.
Mm.
And why should I? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Lip filler looks bad on almost everyone. Do you
I
agree?
agree. I think that's one of the things where women do it for women, thinking they're doing it for men. I do not think men care.
I think lip filler, I would say 99% of the time looks bad. The only time that I think I've seen it look semi decent is people that already had naturally full looking lips that maybe they got a little bit older and they looked a little bit wrinkly. So they had the teensiest bit to make them look like they did, a few years ago.
Mhm.
But if you have tiny lips and you're injecting crap in it to make your lips look bigger, you look like a duck. Yep.
Hmm.
Just like that.
Quack, quack.
Yeah, and it migrates, I swear. I've never seen someone whose filler didn't migrate. They tell you that it's not gonna migrate, it migrates. And I've heard that getting it dissolved hurts way worse than even getting it done, and sticking a needle on my lips, no thank you.
Mm.
No thank you. So, yeah.
Seems a little ridiculous, honestly. Like, just that, like, think about that. Putting stuff in your lips to make them bigger.
Yeah, and then there's that whole if you do a lip flip, a lot of people do lip flips with Botox, which is not injecting it into your lips, but, like, at the top, and you can't drink out of a straw.
Mm.
And you look absolutely ridiculous when you drink out of a straw, and that's just not worth it, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I have another one.
Go.
Men should not wear thong sandals or honestly any sandals.
Why not? I used to wear them.
Yeah, I'm aware.
They were great. Rainbow sandals. Shout out to them. Good quality stuff.
Yeah, I think it just looks cringy.
Mm. I don't have the most beautiful toes.
No, it's just not it's not right. I also don't think men should wear Crocs or Hey Dudes.
What about the strappy ones? Strappy sandals.
Like the Birkenstocks ones?
No, like hiking.
Oh god, no. That's awful.
With socks.
I think you should just wear nice sneakers.
Hmm. Like these.
Yeah. But like that's it. Men, I don't really want to be seeing your feetsies. I did come up with some more influencer icks. We had some last time and I feel like I didn't like prepare enough.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it enough.
We've got a good list of them.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things I dislike. And I actually just went through my following. So I had people tell me, so I don't follow many people. I really hate fake influencers. And even when I was full-time in influencing, I didn't follow other influencers. And no, I don't feel like influencers are actually friends with other influencers. I feel like it's a competitive world and they're fake friendships just for social media. But anyway, so I actually went through my following list and cleared out a whole bunch of people. I do this all the time. I'll start following someone and be like, I really don't vibe with you, or I think that's fake. And so I'd cleared it out. I asked my followers who I should follow. I really like ducks and cows and chickens and farm life. And people gave me some of those. I started following those. Those got to stay. But I started following some other influencers who were supposed to be like funny or whatever. And I quickly realized that I'm just not about that content.
Mm.
And it's either their jokes don't hit for me, they're not actually funny. I'm weird about comedians. I don't think they're funny. I don't get many people's jokes. Um, or they just come off too salesy or whatever. Like I feel like being an influencer, it is so hard to follow other influencers because I know that shit's fake.
Mm.
I know it, like I can see it. And so I went through and cleared out a whole bunch more. So now I really, you know who, I think I told you this, who I'm most excited to be following. I started following some more people and it's my actual followers. Just random people. I don't know them. I don't know them, but they have the cutest little family. They posted their little Easter picture. And I'm just liking that. Like we're friends now. We are friends. I am your bestie. I'm gonna be cheering you on the other side of the world. I have no clue who you are. I honestly don't remember your name, but I'm gonna see all your family pictures and like them. And that's so much more fun than following a fake influencer.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think that's only valuable if you are not a good one and you need like content ideas and you
Mm,
just steal them from others because that's what most of them do.
yeah. Well, not the only, but my main influencer, I shared this the other day. Hey, Katie Sue,
Mm.
she is my favorite person and she's pregnant now. And I don't need pregnancy content, obviously, but I'm still following her. I'm following her little baby updates. Can't see, I can't wait to see like what she names her kid. And it's just the cutest thing ever. Love her. And my friend Kirsten, she just talks all the time. I don't know if she, I don't know if she's actually an influencer or if she just does this for funsies. I'm not quite sure, but she just rambles all the time. She's so Southern. Love her. Um, but anyway,
This made me think of because you talked about ducks. I saw this post earlier that was a question and I was quite baffled. So I'm going to ask it for you. If you had to fight a horse sized duck, just one of them, or 100 duck sized horses, what would you go against?
what?
A horse sized duck, a duck the size of a horse.
I would pick the duck the size of a horse
I need
than
reasons.
than a whole bunch of mini horses.
Yeah, but they're minis. They're like small.
I know, but they're so fast.
Yeah.
They'd be so fast and they have so many legs. And those ducks, they just have two instead of the four.
They can't really use their little web feet for
Exactly.
kicking or
So they
anything.
got two not really usable legs
Mm,
versus all those horses with four legs. That's a lot of legs.
that's true, and I'm sure you're behind some of them, and they're just gonna be kicking you.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you.
Seems
Even
scary.
though that's kind of terrifying, that really is a big duck.
That's a big duck.
Yeah.
But ducks are so cute.
Yeah,
I love
it'd
ducks.
probably be cute.
You know what I thought about? This is not on Influencer X. This is separate. I truly think that if someone let me have a farm
Mm,
in our town, so our town has access to, town things like food, restaurants, grocery stores. We lived in basically farmland in our last house. Terrible idea because you had to drive everywhere.
mm,
But if someone gave me a farm in our current town that has, availability to everything, then I would love it.
Yeah.
I think I truly would like to be on a farm, but I also want to be in town enough
Mhm.
to go and do things. But me and some cows and some ducks, some goats, those little baby goats, I love it.
Yeah.
So someone should give me that.
Yeah, I don't think our HOA is gonna approve any of that.
No, we would have to get another farm.
Yeah.
But the farmland here, very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really would like a farm. I started following this one chick who I think was an influencer before. Well, she still is an influencer, but I think she did fashion before and now she has a farm. And I really didn't want to follow her because I remember her fashion page and she is skinny and I don't want to follow a skinny influencer because I am not skinny. And so then I was hesitant, but I went and looked at her page and she had a new baby cow. And okay, I will follow you because you have a cow. Do I want to listen to what you bought from Amazon? No, but I want to see what you named your cow.
What was its name?
Oh, I don't remember. I would name one Honey
Mm.
and maybe a duck Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good duck name.
I would love to name farm animals.
Mm.
My grandpa had farm animals and he named them after all of his family members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he had a one goat named Billy, the one with tennis balls on its horns because it
Yeah,
kept hitting him.
that's
So
adorable.
he super glued tennis balls to its horns. So I think I would. It's just in the family, for me to have a farm one day.
Same.
But yeah, your mom has a
Yeah.
farm. If we moved back to Arkansas, we could have
The
a
biggest
mansion.
of farms.
We could have a mansion on a farm.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that.
Mm-mm.
And we could homeschool our kids.
Mm.
This is a great idea. I think Florida's out of it, guys, because I've just been not feeling so confident in Florida, even though we're going in 2 days to Florida and we will
Mm.
come back with an update. I might get there and love it. But here, what sounds great is living in Arkansas in a mansion on a farm with some cows, ducks, and goats. And chickens too, because they're cute. Those fancy ones with the fluffy feathers.
Mm.
Yes. Okay. Influencer Icks. We went around the moon and back. We're back. Starting in your bra and panties.
Mm.
Why in the hell, actually, I know why, are you starting in your bra and panties on the internet? And so I thought originally it was like to get, and I think your initial thought was it's to get men's attention.
Mm.
It's not because the majority, and this is going to come across bad, I think I might, I already quit. It's fine. The majority of women that I see starting in their bra and panties are also jiggling their stomachs. So I don't know that they're doing it for men's attention because those two things don't seem to go together. It is not, like a bodybuilder chick,
Mhm.
In bra and underwear trying to like be sexy or anything. It is typically mid to plus size influencers who are showing you that they have an apron belly or whatever it is after kids and they're starting and it's for like shock factor and an engagement and such. I really don't think it's necessary. I don't need to see what underwear you have on. If I feel like you need to know what bra I'm wearing, I will do a dedicated story to it and share about the bra and why I'm wearing it and why you should have it too. That is fine. Starting every video, regardless of what it is, shaking your stomach in a bra and underwear is absolutely freaking ridiculous and stop it.
That's a good take. I think I don't know. Even if you're a bigger girl, I think there's definitely a part of it that is it's for views. I don't think you're like specific to, oh, I'm gonna get some guy views, but it's for views in general.
Yeah.
Like it's just to your point, shock factor of holy shit, she's in her undies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just hate the trend and I thought it would like die off and it hasn't. And it's just
It,
more of them.
it won't, yeah.
And they're on those little walking pads.
I feel like you could have like reported that, beforehand, but
Yeah,
I guess they don't. There's so many now.
there's so many, but I mean, yeah, you're literally in your undies on the internet. I don't understand it. And like, yeah, I still won't understand it. I can't even find the reasoning. All right. Another one is 5 million story bubbles. And so many like the OG influencers, most of the OG influencers do it. A lot of other ones do it too, but I hate it. If I see someone's story and they have like a million story bubbles, you're getting muted
Mm-hmm.
or unfollowed.
Oh, it's instant unfollow. I've followed people because I'll see their profile and like what's on there. But once they show up on my thing and I can't get through all their stories and I'm just steadily clicking over, I won't even get through it before I unfollow and maybe I'll find you on Explore page one day.
Yep.
That's it.
No, I hate it. And especially when they're all sales. It's and a lot of graphics. It's like graphic after graphic after graphic, and then a story that never ends and where they're
Or
talking.
people that are sharing other people just nonstop.
Oh, yeah, I started following someone, from American Idol, and I really liked her, and so that's why I started following her, but all of her story bubbles were just reshares of people sharing her video on their story, and I don't wanna watch that. Like, I wanna see what you're doing, and I wanna see your life, but I don't really give a crap about what other people are sharing on their stories that I don't follow.
Mhm.
Like, stop it.
Or people that do when it's their birthday. It'll
Mm,
be like everyone that wished them a happy birthday gets a reshare.
yeah,
That's not it. Don't do that.
no, no. I just influencers, man. Most of them,
They're bad.
I don't like them. You didn't try your Smurf drink.
Smurf Berry. We're gonna give it a go. Cove. I think it's probiotics. I bought it hoping that it wasn't. I think it is.
Yeah, 0 sugar.
5 calories.
All right, try it out.
Give it a go, Smurf Berry.
I wanna try this one too. Is it good?
Ooh, that's a blue Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, I need to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probiotics?
Yeah, that is better than all of that other garbage I've been drinking. What was it? Poppy? Ollipops? Either one. Both suck.
You're a little too excited about this.
That's good.
This is no blue slush Alani.
That is a blue Sour Patch Kid, and that is probably my favorite candy.
It's got a lot of vitamin C in it.
Dang right it does.
Okay, well, it's not bad. It definitely doesn't taste like Poppy.
No, it's good. Theirs are not.
All right, do you wanna share our sponsor of the
Sponsor
day?
of the day.
Do you even know what's over there?
I don't have a clue, but I know that you have promoted these bad boys and that they are solid cakes. These are nipple covers. Hopefully, I can say that on there. If you don't want your areoles to show, put these bad boys in your swimmies, your tops, basically anything. These are everywhere, all over our house. You're using them daily, and they just came out with a sticky one. So the normal one's not sticky,
Grippy.
grippy. Yeah, they just kind of like suction cup to you, but don't pull when you take them off. These have a little bit of stick to them so that you can wear loose tops, right?
You can wear loose tops, but they did not put sticky in the middle.
That's right. Center section where the sensitive areas are.
You're not gonna rip them off.
Unfazed. We've got cakes. Sponsor of the day. We got them everywhere. There's some. Look at this. We got a whole pack. Different sizes, colors, shapes, all of it.
I love cakes. That's definitely one of my favorite things. I wanted to share, like, to end us off with a couple of brands. So I feel like our podcast was supposed to be de-influencing, and other than de-influencing you on following influencers, I don't exactly know what I'm de-influencing you on product-wise, but let me influence you on a couple because I actually believe in these cakes. 100% also have a discount code Shelbs Tells 16 for 10% off. Um, so we love cakes. They have the sticky ones, the non-sticky ones. They came out with triangles in the plus size. That's what Shane was just showing you is the plus size triangles for girls with a larger chest. So highly recommend those. Um That's the plus size triangle. Oh, okay. We're gonna put them on.
I might need to put it on. I
Oh
don't
my
think
god.
I'm nipping though.
No, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. While we're on this subject, So I know Skims came out with shirts that like show a fake nipple.
Cakes did too.
What I I'm confused.
So Cakes did it. I don't know what Skims' reasoning was, but Cakes did it for women who have had breast cancer and had to get a full like removal of everything and they no longer have nipples. And so it was to help those women kind of get that back. So it has a good purpose. I don't know what Skims had, but that is Cake's reasoning for it.
So in general, are you supposed to show the nip or are you supposed to hide the nip? Because there was a whole free the nip movement.
I think it's personal preference and I prefer to cover them.
Okay.
Okay. Another product we both have and have been loving and a little bit competitive about Aura Ring.
Yeah.
So I got my Aura Ring first. Shane has one now too, and actually wears it as his wedding ring because the wedding ring that I bought him was $12 on Amazon, and we've bought like many since. And I think the Aura Ring's been your favorite so far, right?
Yeah, this one actually fits.
Yeah. So I love my Aura Ring, and I know some people aren't cool with it having a monthly subscription. The subscription is like $5.99, and that's cheaper than one coffee per month. So you should get over that. But I think that the Aura Ring's great. I have started, going to the functional medicine doctor and I've been put on some supplements and some prescriptions and I can see a change in my cycle, in my temperature and everything on my Aura Ring whereas I wouldn't have known
Mhm.
anything about my body without the Aura Ring other than just how I felt. And so we compare sleep scores, activity scores. It's fun. I'm super competitive.
Yeah, I'm winning all of that except for sleep score. My sleep is trash all the time.
Yeah. So
And also, if you're getting your health advice from TikTok and not instead paying $6 to actually know some of your health, then that seems ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people be getting their stuff from TikTok and just going down some rabbit hole and
Yeah.
going going a little nuts. Um, okay, another product that I highly recommend. Actually, I'm gonna de-influence you on expensive brow products. Don't spend there's a bunch of brands. I don't even know what they are right now, but do not spend more than like $6 on an eyebrow pencil. That's all you need. $6, elf brow pencil.
Mm,
If you're spending more than that, you're doing it wrong.
noted.
Yes. So I feel like there was another one. Oh, TA3 swimsuits.
Mm,
That's what it was. So we're going on our trip and I am 100% packing a TA3 swimsuit. We've shared about these before. I've shared about them a bajillion times and I have 3 new ones in there.
mm,
And I don't want to try on any other swimsuits. I actually have a whole rack of swimsuits from Amazon that I was supposed to do reviews of before I decided to quit. And I really don't want to try any of them on because I'm bloated and I feel gross. But my TA3 ones, I'm going to try those on.
yeah.
And I know that they're going to fit and I know that I'm going to love them.
Yeah, the Amazon ones aren't great.
No, they're not. But the TA3 ones have shapewear. So even when I'm feeling gross and like a beached whale, then I can still wear my swimsuit. Also have a discount code for them. Shelby Beatty.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, and that is today's section of influencing you on crap that I think you should actually buy.
All right, and for the cakes, question of the day. It's upside down. Cakes question of the day. If you were to be on a reality television show, which one would you be on?
So am I single or is it like right now?
Either way, I want to know where you're finding a man if you're single.
So I think if I were single, I would go on Love Island because that one just seems so much fun.
Okay.
But if it were right now and I had to go on a reality show, I want to say Big Brother because I like Big Brother, but I can't do all like the gross, like the slime and slop and yuck. I would want to do it, but I wouldn't make it.
Yeah. That one's long too. Definitely more likely than like Survivor.
Oh, I could
You
not
would
do
not do
Survivor.
that one.
No, I couldn't do Survivor at all. But I think, yeah, I love Big Brother. I think I would get voted off immediately. or just lose everything.
So you think you're finding a man on Love Island?
No,
Oh,
I think it's just for funsies.
oh, okay. If you were trying to get famous on a reality television show, which one would you pick?
Probably Love Island.
Yeah.
I think.
They do have like a decent amount of like screen time.
Yeah.
What about Love is Blind? If you're single,
Oh,
you think people are actually finding their match on there?
no. I don't think I could do Love is Blind. I think that I would struggle so much with matching their voice to their face. Like, my brain, I just don't think I could comprehend that one.
Mm.
And then it's all so sped up
Yeah.
and like a marriage. No. No. I'm impulsive, but not that impulsive. So, I think you could probably get famous from that one if you were trying to get famous from one. Maybe the easiest if you're actually, like, crazy.
Not crazy, I guess.
No, I think crazy. Like, you gotta be in some love triangles, making a scene.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you're just, like, not filmed at all.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
Some of those people at the end we had never seen before.
exactly. So, yeah.
Okay.
Which one would you go on, though?
Maybe Survivor.
I think you'd do fine at Survivor.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was single, I don't know. I'm not finding anyone on any of these.
Yeah.
Maybe as a tempter on Temptation Island.
Mm.
That seems like they have a fun time. Unless they get in a fight with the people, like the main characters.
Yeah.
Then they get
I
talked.
can't see that the guys would have a good time at all. Other than just, like, with
Yeah.
themselves, it just doesn't seem
I
like good
think they're
vibes.
just partying with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't do that one.
All right, and that's been the Cakes question of the day.
Woo!
Still unpaid.
Okay, so next week we will be back with a full recap of our Florida trip. We're gonna try to vlog it. We leave. We're gonna tell you guys if I was able to fit all of my crap in a carry-on. I think we'll have a lot to talk about.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about.
All right. We'll see y'all next week.